Capricorn, hello to you. Welcome to your reading. Happy New Year and a very happy birthday to you for when your birthday comes. So, I'm going to do a love tarot reading for you today. See what you guys have got going on in love, in relationships and all that kind of thing. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It's a collective reading, so the messages pulled won't be for all of you. Use your discernment, use your intuition. If the message fits, then I'm sure you will know. So, it's the 8th of January 2026. Let's see what we've got going on for Capricorn in love at the moment. What's going on for Capricorn in love? The Empress in reverse, the Eight of Wands in reverse, the Fool in the upright, and the Page of Cups in reverse. So, some of you are looking at a new beginning, feeling optimistic, feeling free, wide open, ready for anything. Some of you are waiting for a new beginning that seems to be delayed. Lack of progress, slow progress, lack of movement. Some of you are a little bit in your emotions at the minute. Your emotions are up and down. You're kind of not feeling yourself. A very heavy energy of stuck at the moment for some of you or one of you. So let's see what this could be about. Tell me about the Fool for Capricorn in love. What does Capricorn need to know about the Fool in love? Two of Cups in reverse. Again, some sort of separation or imbalance, unmet expectations, disappointment. This new beginning in a connection, in love, this opportunity for a connection, for a relationship is not happening at the moment. Or you're separated from someone. Perhaps this is about a reconciliation, getting back together after some sort of breakup. Why is the Empress here for Capricorn in love? Page of Swords. Looking for news, looking for communication, looking for some sort of clarity. Perhaps you're getting that. Perhaps you're watching someone or someone's watching you. You're kind of keeping an eye on them, or they're keeping an eye on you or the situation. So perhaps in talks with regards to bringing this around, or some sort of new beginning or reconciliation. The Eight of Wands in reverse. Why is it here for Capricorn in love? The Tower. So you've had a Tower moment. Something's happened. Something that's possibly chaotic, or a sudden change, or a sudden moment where everything is blown up into the air and broken down. And it's stopped something in its tracks, or it's caused a separation. It's caused a breakup. Page of Cups. Why is it here for Capricorn in love? Queen of Swords. So, looking for truth and clarity in the situation, or what's happening. Excuse me, slurping on my tea. Perhaps trying to leave your feelings out of this and use your logic and your being sensible, rational, and kind of just wanting to know what's going on here. Getting to the truth of the matter, the heart of the matter, without involving your heart too much. Wanting some clarity, wanting to know what's going on. I'm getting that energy, kind of waiting for clarity, truth, communication. So let's delve a bit further. Tell me about the Two of Cups for Capricorn in its reverse energy. Why is the Two of Cups here for Capricorn in its reverse energy? Why is the Two of Cups here for Capricorn in love? All right, I'll take that. The Ace of Cups. So you're being offered something, an opportunity in love, in feelings, in there's a new beginning, a new opportunity in love, a potential to start something, but it's not happening at the moment. So kind of repetitive energy there. Tell me about the Tower. Why is the Tower here for Capricorn in love? Why is the Tower here for Capricorn in love? Justice. Looking for fairness, some sort of fair, balanced decision, or waiting to hear news of an outcome. Or you have received a fair outcome, or a fair something, you've received some sort of decision, or someone's made a decision. Tell me about the Queen of Swords. Why is the Queen of Swords here for Capricorn in love? Knight of Swords. So someone is charging towards you with communication. Someone is determined. Someone is decisive, or you are decisive, or someone's trying to be decisive and make a decision here about going forwards, or whatever the case may be. Tell me about the Page of Swords. Six of Wands in reverse. You're not feeling like, or someone's not feeling like they're being recognised or appreciated, or some sort of victory, success within this situation, relationship, whatever this is. You're feeling a bit, you know, rejected, I'm getting, or just some sort of lack of recognition or success here in this situation. Tell me about the Ace of Cups for Capricorn in love. Why is the Ace of Cups here for Capricorn in love? Three of Swords in reverse. So this is either some sort of recovery or hope from a separation, or getting over some sort of tower moment, some sort of breakup, some sort of sudden chaos. Or it is a refusal and an avoidance to face something. To deal with something, or to see clearly on something. A refusal to perhaps accept an ending, or to see the reality of the situation. Or remaining hopeful that something might change, perhaps. Knight of Swords. Why is it here for Capricorn in love? Six of Swords in the upright. Moving on to calmer waters, or trying to move into a more peaceful energy in this situation, or someone is wanting to move forward into a calmer energy. Or someone is moving on, or someone has moved on, ended it, moved on, and perhaps there's some sort of denial or avoidance of accepting the reality of the situation. Tell me about Justice. Why is Justice here for Capricorn in love? Page of Pentacles in reverse. waiting for some sort of commitment, or waiting for something to become stable. Waiting for news, waiting for an outcome. Six of Wands in reverse. Why is it here for Capricorn in love? The High Priestess. Trying to listen to your intuition, or listening to what your intuition is telling you, or perhaps you need to listen to what your intuition is telling you. Feeling somewhat in the dark here, or all the facts are not yet known, all the truths are not yet known, or you're wondering why this happened, or why this is happening, or just trying to go inside yourself perhaps and listen to your inner guidance, your inner wisdom, your inner truth, your intuition. Or someone is not giving you enough communication or reason, or whatever the case may be. Tell me about the Three of Swords, the Capricorn in love. Why is the Three of Swords here in its reverse energy for Capricorn in love? The High Priestess in reverse. Like I just said, possibly about listening to your intuition, or the fact that you need to listen to your intuition. Perhaps you're not wanting to accept that this is done, over, finished. Or perhaps it's stuck or up in the air, and you're kind of trying to find a truth, but you're not finding it, or you're not listening to the truth, or you're not, something is stuck, stagnant and resistant here. So the High Priestess in the reverse. Tell me about the High Priestess in the upright. It's here twice for Capricorn in love. What is it that Capricorn needs to know about the High Priestess? Page of Cups. Dreamy, kind of, I'm getting a kind of lost in dreams and fantasies and romantic kind of ideals, and you're kind of waiting on this, but you kind of have this feeling that you kind of know the truth, but you're kind of struggling to face that, and you're still waiting on this. But there's an air of, well, the Page of Cups is also known to be the card of when pigs might fly. So you kind of know the truth deep down, but you're possibly not wanting to face it or accept it. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Why is it here for Capricorn? Six of Wands in reverse again. One-sided and not feeling recognised, not feeling, you know, you're feeling quite neglected, rejected here. Perhaps there's an energy of kind of forgetting yourself in all this and looking for some sort of validation in this situation, in this connection. Kind of dependent on this person to bring you some sort of achievement and fulfillment. Six of Swords. Why is it here for Capricorn in love? Justice in the reverse. More synchronicities there. Not feeling that something is fair, not receiving a fair outcome, not receiving a fair decision. Feeling like you have, I'm getting the words, taken for a fool. You feel like you have been taken for a fool. two just fell out. I'm not taking them just because of the way they fell out, and it's two. These are new cards, by the way, so they're a bit slippy. So, let's keep going for a moment. Tell me about justice. Why it's here twice. Once in the upright, once in the reverse. What is it about justice that Capricorn needs to know in love? Ten of Pentacles. So, I mean, that's your energy, Capricorn. Maybe you need to realize that you're stable and kind of balanced and solid within yourself. And you kind of don't need to depend on anyone to give you that stability. Perhaps that's where you need to take a moment and come back to some sort of balance. I mean, you're a Capricorn. Capricorns are all about the, you know, stable, solid, grounded balance. Or perhaps, I'm not sure on that one. Let's keep going. Tell me about the High Priestess. It's here twice for Capricorn. What is it about the High Priestess that Capricorn needs to know? Eight of Wands in reverse. Again. Stuck, stagnant, no progress, no progression. And perhaps that is, you're looking for closure here perhaps. And perhaps you're getting the closure, but you're not listening to it. Six of Wands in reverse. It's here twice for Capricorn. What does Capricorn need to know about the Six of Wands in reverse? The Star in reverse. Losing hope. Losing hope. Losing, just in a dark place. Not feeling yourself. Not feeling great. Not in the best of places at all. Page of Cups. Why is it here for Capricorn in love? The Hanged Man. Surrendering, letting go, pausing, trying to see things from all angles, all perspectives. Still waiting by the looks of it. Just give me a moment, please, Capricorn. I just want to put the cards in their same order, but just this way because I want to just delve into some of them a bit further. One moment. All right, so let's clarify a bit further on a couple of these cards. What was the Tower moment for Capricorn in love? What was the Tower moment for Capricorn in love? Tell me about the Tower. So, Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So there was some sort of insecurity here, some sort of fear, possibly some sort of deception. Again, earlier I said you possibly feel like you've been taken for a fool. Or there was some sort of false promise made here. And it's caused a Tower moment. It's caused this to crumble. This possible false reality or fantasy that was never going to come into reality. me about the Knight of Swords. Tell me about the Knight of Swords and why it's here for Capricorn in love. Tell me about the Knight of Swords. There's the Seven of Cups in reverse again. Reality, clarity. So someone has made a decision here. A very swift decision by the looks of it, a very assertive decision. And something has become clear. Something is now a reality which was possibly a fantasy. Or someone was confused, or they weren't sure what they wanted. Lack of direction. Perhaps something was just not achievable here. It was too much for them or for you. And they have aborted ship. Tell me about that Six of Swords. That transitioning, moving on, sailing away. Tell me about the Six of Swords for Capricorn in love. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. That's a stroke of bad luck. The wheel has not turned in your favour. You have not landed on the jackpot. This is not transitioning. This is about ending cycles and moving on, but being resistant to moving on. So either you or them are resistant to moving on. Tell me about the Queen of Swords and why she's here for Capricorn in love. Justice. Again, there's very much, I mean, you've got 3 Justice cards here. So this is very much about a decision or not making a decision, or a fair outcome or not a fair outcome. Very much about truth, clarity, balance. Very much about truth and cutting through nonsense and getting to the truth of a matter. So someone has possibly given you communication that has given you some sort of truth or clarity, some sort of decision here. Tell me about the Ace of Cups. Tell me about the Ace of Cups for Capricorn in love. Did I say Sagittarius on the last clarifier? I'm not sure if I did. Perhaps you're dealing with a Sagittarius, or you have Sagittarius in your birth chart. I did just do a Sagittarius reading. But tell me about Capricorn in love. I want to know about Capricorn in love. And tell me about the Ace of Cups for Capricorn in love. The High Priestess again. So this could mean, yeah, about secrets, about hidden truths, things that were not clear. About listening to your heart as well. Listening to your heart, your feelings, your mind, yourself, your intuition. Not depending on someone else's heart and decisions, and, you know, kind of coming back to yourself, coming back to your core, listening to yourself, trusting yourself. Tell me about the Two of Cups in reverse for Capricorn in love. Tell me more about the Two of Cups in reverse for Capricorn in love. Knight of Swords, again. You're still in a state of confusion here. Seeking the truth, seeking closure, seeking clarity. Seeking some sort of, when I think you possibly have all the clarity that you need, but you're still kind of determined, or someone's determined. Maybe someone's determined to find clarity or make a decision or taking action. I don't know. There's very up in the air energy here, Capricorn. Tell me about the Page of Cups in reverse energy for Capricorn in love. Tell me about the Page of Cups for Capricorn in love. Five of Cups in reverse. Disappointment. Loss, regret, failure. Feeling like this has failed, or you've failed, or they've failed, and just being disappointed about the whole situation here. Feeling at a loss, feeling like something or someone is a loss, or feeling very defeated here. Tell me about the Eight of Wands in reverse, the lack of movement, the lack of progress, the delay. Tell me about the Eight of Wands for Capricorn in love in its reverse energy. The Fool, again. So this is about, so you've got a lack of progress here, a lack of, you know, movement, or an ending, and you're either waiting to see if something changes, or you're waiting, or you're looking now to think, well, I need to process this and move on to new beginnings. I can't stay stuck in this energy. I need to move on. I can't stay in the energy of possibilities and perhaps and maybes. I need to move on with confidence and a surety, with direction. I can't kind of keep hanging on to something that's not moving. Tell me about that Fool. Is there any new beginnings coming up for Capricorn in love? Is there any new beginnings coming up for Capricorn in love? There's two Fool cards here. Tell me about the Fool for Capricorn in love. And new beginnings, and looking forward, and moving forward. King of Pentacles in the upright and the Hermit in reverse. Yeah, feeling lonely, sad. Shutting yourself off, shutting yourself away. Not going forward towards new possibilities and opportunities. Stuck in this rejected, neglected, cut off, negative energy. But on the second Fool card, there's the King of Pentacles. And that is being good and not needing to depend on an outcome of a situation or a victory with someone to feel solid and stable and independent and all good by yourself. Leaving what isn't progressing behind, what isn't aligning with you, and moving on to new possibilities and new, you know, opportunities, possibilities that they're endless. So I guess this is what I have for you, Capricorn. To be honest, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put these into their suits a minute. and just see if I can just to satisfy my own curiosity. I just want to put these into their soups a moment and just then finish up the reading. So give me a moment. So, Capricorn. You've got 3 High Priestess cards here in the upright and reverse. You've got three Justice cards in the upright and in the reverse. I'm getting a heavy energy now again, as well as of taking accountability. Taking accountability. Taking responsibility. Taking accountability for actions, behaviors, or from you or them. And the High Priestess, listening. You're really at a point of, I want to say, awakening here. Or you are, or they are, this whole situation. You are at a point of, this is a transformation waiting to happen, if you allow it to. This is possibly a lesson that needed to be learned. This has really affected you or them, or this is a moment of taking accountability, looking within oneself, coming to a spiritual awakening, an inner knowing, an inner truth about why things happen the way they do, what the repercussions of our actions. As well as everything else that's here. This is about living in reality and not fantasy. This is about not being dependent on someone else to make you happy and to give you stability. This is about not hanging on someone's word. This is about putting your faith in someone's actions and not their words. Their actions will show you every time. Their words, possibly not. And it's a harsh truth. It's a harsh truth to have to come to and process. But this is what life is about. It's about learning and amending situations, ourselves, other people amending themselves, making good of things that have gone wrong or not gone in a way that we want, and amending it to align better with us and to be in a more positive energy. We can keep going round in the same old cycles over and over again, but nothing will really change. And well, if the same old circles and cycles and patterns keep us in a disappointed kind of negative energy, then we have to change those cycles in order to go forward into a more positive energy, positive connections, positive situations, positive relationships. But if we want something to change for the better, then we have to change it. So you're in a dark place at the moment, Capricorn. But there is always light, and there is always hope, and there is always healing. But it's only you that can start that process. No tarot reading, no tarot reader, no. It begins and it ends with you. Always, without a doubt. So good luck, Capricorn. Good luck. Best wishes. Lots of love. And I will see you next time. Bye bye for now.